This is the brother Danyala coming back again with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bracha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this word, and Shalom to the hopeful and elect, brothers and sisters that believe in this word, the brothers that are pushing this word on the forefront. All right, and the brothers and sisters that are, giving their time and their resources to help the ministry of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be an in transit, and just going to speak on, the balance and the truth. There's sweet and there's bitter in this truth, man. There's sweet and there's bitter. Salakia. Yeah, there's bitter and sweet in this truth, and it's you have to endure them both. Okay. So I got this precept, Revelations chapter 10. In verse 10, it says, "And I took the little book." Now that little book represents the scriptures, all right, out of the angel's hand, and ate it up. Right? What does he mean by ate it up? Meaning he considered it, he meditated upon the truth, all right, these scriptures, all right, and meditated upon it. That's when you first come into the truth, you start to study it, right? You watch videos, you take notes, you meditate on it, right? You start to apply it, right? Okay. Well, you get to the applying part after it's been digested into your system, your mind, right? Another word for the mind, or that's used in the scriptures, is the belly. You have something called food for thought. It says, and I ate it up. So he ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, right? So when you first wake up to the truth, it's sweet like honey, man. You find out your nationality. You find out that you're a royal people, that you're the true people of the Most High, right? That judgment and vengeance is coming upon the other nations, all right? On your behalf, because the Lord is going to avenge all those who are against his people, right? You hear all these beautiful things, the kingdom, right? You're going to have multiple wives in the kingdom, riches and glory, right? That's the sweet part, man. That's the sweet part, right? It was in my mouth it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Whew! Meaning what? As soon as he had eaten it, then the other side starts to kick in, the bitterness. Right? What's some of the bitter things? Oh, the sacrifices you have to make. You might have to sacrifice relationships with families that are close to you, that are dear unto you, right? Relationships with your children, your woman. Right? It just starts to get real bitter, right? Demons start attacking you more often, okay? Start getting sick even more. All these different things, these afflictions start to increase, right? People start to speak against you, call you, the P word, call you pedos and all kinds of stuff, man. Right? You're basically it gets, you have to endure these afflictions. You might get plagued in your mind by these demons, right? You might lose a well-paying job, right? You might have to give up a career. It gets bitter, right? Your family might alienate you, not like you anymore, right? All these different things are bitter, you know, and I'm sure, you know, there's lots of other things, man. It gets bitter. Okay? The Lord may put you in a lower state. Right? Things don't get easier for you, man. Okay? That's the bitterness of the truth. Right now, when it says it was in his belly for bitterness, hey, you start to realize, oh, even this, you may have to die for the Lord. Right? Now, nobody wants to die, but that's just the fact of the matter, man. If the Lord has allotted you to have to die to receive your crown of glory, then that's what it is. That's a bitter yet a glorious pill to swallow, man. Right? So this truth gets bitter. Right? Now it's a lot of bitter in the scriptures, man. Lamentations, mourning, and woe. There's a lot of bitter things in the scriptures, but it's the bitter things that cleanse you out. Like it's the bitter things that cleanse you out, man. All right, that purge you. You know. You got those bitter herbs, man. Okay, which not too long ago I took some. I took some bitter herbs, and you know, it was slightly sweet in my mouth, but when I drunk it down, my stomach started to get all. Whew. You can feel the cleansing happening. Let's put it that way. Okay, and that kind of, you know, was the inspiration for me doing this video. All right, the bitterness of the truth, but it cleanses you, man. All right, now let's go here, because this is backing up what I said, that the word is like honey. This truth is like honey. Proverbs 25:16. Now, as a side note too, honey, real honey, let's say like Manuka honey, wild honey. You know, real honey is usually it's solid at room temperature. Okay, it's in a solid state. But honey is a detoxifying agent too. So if you eat too much honey, you're gonna get an upset stomach. So now, with waking up to the truth and studying, you have to be balanced with it. There has to be a period of time, okay, where you're going and getting to the scriptures, you're reading, you're doing this, you're taking notes, right? You're looking things up, but then you got to take a break, okay? Because you don't want what they call information overload, right? Then you got to take a break. Now, when you're in the beginning, you're able to take in a lot of info before you stop, you know, before you balance yourself out, right? After you become a little more seasoned, you're able to, you know, you might not study, let's say, as long, right? But then, you know, you increase in different responsibilities too as you grow. So, you know, as a man, period. So, you know, you balance things out now. Then everything is really a balancing act, right? It says, "Hast thou found honey? Eat so much." It's a lock here. "As is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited." So you gotta be balanced when it comes to taking in the information of this truth, right? So just like your actual physical stomach that you use to process food for sustenance for your body to live, right? Just like your actual body, just like your actual body, it can't eat too much food. It has a certain capacity that it can handle, right? It has a certain capacity, a certain amount of food you can eat before you start to get an upset stomach. Okay, before you start to get a stomach ache, and then if you go past the stomach ache stage, guess what? You start throwing the food up. All right, so that food can't be digested. So it's a balance, man. On top of that, you gotta go with, especially if you're beginners in this truth. All right, you're just coming in. You have to keep it simple, man. Don't try to understand the things that are very that are too high for thee, as it says in Ecclesiasticus, the 5th chapter, right? You gotta go for the milk, man. Okay, the milk is really, the most foundational things, man. Right? Those things are, the milk is really what builds you up, man. So you can grow in the truth. So not trying to basically bite off more than you can chew, or eat more than you can digest, right? So that's what that's talking about. Because you don't want to vomit it up. You don't want to give up all this information, man. All right, or try to process so much that you don't want to deal with the truth no more. Okay, because you wasn't pacing yourself, man. This is Proverbs 11:5. Salaki 11:1. Salaki, like I said, I'm driving. It says, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So the Most High, He detests and hates false balance. The Most High loves perfect balance. Okay? So in the truth, you're gonna have times where you're up. You're gonna have times where you're down. All right? There's gonna be things in the scriptures, and a lot of it is lamentation, mourning, and woe. But you're gonna have things in the scriptures that are sweet, they're glorious, right? But then you're also gonna have things that are bitter, right? But you have to endure the bitter. You have to take the sweet as well as the bitter. You got to take the good with the bad, man. The Most High is balanced in that aspect. Well, balanced in all things, man. Right? Because you can apply the balance with everything in creation, man. Right? Like the scriptures say, the Most High made everything in twos. 1, 2 is 2 and 2. One against the other. Right? That's how the Most High created everything. Up, down, left, right, light, dark. The Most High created everything with balance. Right? It says, but a just weight is His delight. Right? So that perfect balance. Right? But hey, you have to endure the bitterness in this truth, man. All right, that's the thing that purges you, like King David said, purge me with hyssop. Tahar naya. Tahar means pure or to purge. Right? Tahar naya. Purge me, make me clean. Right? And when you clean, man, that's a vigorous process, man. That's a very vigorous process, So Lord, will you edify with that? I gotta go to the plantation. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.